You guys are live. You can get going.
All
Okay.
right, Don, here we go.
Hi.
Let's kind of dive into this. Good morning, everyone. I guess good afternoon and good evening, depending on kind of where you're tuning in from. As our founder, Bruce Snyder, would say, congratulations for showing up. My name is Ryan. I'm with the admissions team here at IPEC, and I'm very excited to guide you through today's discussion. A little bit about IPEC here. We specialize really in a transformative journey into, I believe, our own life as well as professional coaching. We'll provide you with valuable skills, tools, and choices for high conscious living, and the know-how to share your insights with others. So our mission is really to raise the consciousness of the world one person at a time. With every aspect of our program, it's designed to enhance the effectiveness of your training and development, and we really are here to support you in reaching your full potential. Sometimes I get, what does this mean, Ryan? What exactly does this do? Really, it allows you to have conscious choice. Do you want to own your own business? Do you want to work for yourself? Do you want to advance your career? Maybe your current role that you're in love with, but maybe you want to sharpen those skills, add different tools to your tool belt. Maybe you want to build a conscious organization, a coaching culture, right, where everybody can benefit. Or maybe this is your starting place to your own personal development journey. So, investing in yourself really is the first step towards unlocking your true potential. So, in our webinar today, we're going to dive into the ICF. IPEC has been working with the ICF since 2002, or accredited with the ICF since 2002. And we're incredibly fortunate to have Don Whittle here with us today. Absolutely an expert into the insights of the ICF and the significance of that certification. So kind of without further delay here, I welcome Don Whittle, really ICF Membership Director. Don, how are you doing today?
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, thanks for inviting me, Ryan. Glad to be here.
Yeah, and everybody, as you're coming into the chat, please drop in maybe where you're from, your name. We'd love to learn a little bit more about you and where you're representing from. As we kind of dive into the webinar today, Don, it's really a unique opportunity for everyone to ask questions that they may not have access to. I know sometimes searching on the website can be a little bit challenging. So take this opportunity to engage, ask questions, reflect on maybe what you're hearing, and kind of even envision how you see ICF certification shaping your coaching career. So as people are kind of coming into the chat here, Carlos from Colombia, welcome. Stephanie from CT Connecticut, Tanya from Chicago. We got Iowa in the house here. What else we got here? More Chicago, Canada. Welcome. Well, Don, a little bit about you here. Let's kind of change course here. So you've been with the ICF since 2007. Prior to that, you enjoyed a 17-year career in Olympic sports, working for the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee, where you supported the athletes by investing in their training to reach their potential at the Olympic Games. Wow, yeah. Really cool. So please, man, go ahead, dive in here and to take it away a little bit.
Well, sure. So I'm Don Whittle, longtime membership director here at the International Coaching Federation. Really pleased to be here today. I'm a big fan of IPEC's program. I'm really impressed with what they offer, and I've done a number of these because I've been asked, and I'm, again, a really big proponent of not only coaching, but certainly what IPEC is producing in terms of coach training for students and those who aspire to be professional coaches. So a little bit about the International Coaching Federation. We're we're going to be 30 years old in 2 years, so that would make us 28 years old. Sorry, in 1 year. I'll get this right. We started probably with, when I started here, it was 12,000 members and about 3,500 credential holders. Now it's 60,000 members and it's over 50,000 credential holders. We're in 140 countries worldwide. And coaching, I like to say coaching has arrived. It's being used by clients and end users and businesses literally around the world. And I think the big change that has occurred over the years, certainly with the ICF certification and everything else, with all the training programs and especially the IPECs of the world, is there's a real validation in taking coach training that is accredited by ICF and then pursuing an ICF credential. And we offer 3 different levels, ACC, PCC, and MCC. They all have different requirements. But it's really been an evolution here over the years. And the profession is growing exponentially. And I think the future is really bright for coaching worldwide.
Yeah, very, very exciting to hear. I know, here at IPEC, going on our 25-year anniversary, it's been just absolutely amazing going through this process, and having the structure that the ICF provides has been invaluable to the overall industry. And I know a lot of the questions I get working the admissions team is, how does the ICF and really IPEC work together? Maybe a little insight into maybe the roles, responsibilities, and differences between the ICF and IPEC.
Mhm. Yeah, so just to be real clear, ICF is not in the coach training program space. We don't do that. We accredit coach training that meets our standards, and it's pretty rigorous standards. IPEC is one of those programs that have met the standards, and I know that has training programs that are, and I'm not going to go too far with this because it gets to be a little bit too much in depth, but they're the highest level of training that's available out there that we accredit. It's called level 2 now. I think IPEC's program is over 300 hours on this. Don't quote me on that, but you can follow up with that.
Yeah.
Specifics. But so that's really what ICF does. We accredit coach training programs, but we're a membership organization as well, where members come in and hopefully stay for life and really enjoy the benefits of ICF membership, meaning we have chapters around the world that provide professional development. We've got a wonderful credentialing program, and I mentioned those 3 credentials, which are have a lot of rigor in what we do. And I would say the other really big thing is, so we have an ethics program. We have ethics that guide all of our coaches. We have professional development chapters, so connection. We have events. We have a learning portal. All those things to support your journey as a coach as you go through the process. So that's really what we are, and that's different from IPEC in terms of IPEC provides world-class training to its students who go through those programs. And I'm really proud to say that I know enough about IPEC to say that they are certainly excellent at what they do.
Yeah, no, thank you. I got a question kind of coming in here, and I know kind of how we address this, but members who come and join the ICF, what's the direction on finding clients after they complete the programs, the coach training program certification? What's kind of the direction from the ICF?
So I'll be really honest on that, and we do annual studies, and this is one of the questions we asked: should ICF be in the business of trying to get members clients? And it's a resounding no. I mean, they do not want us to go and get clients for them per se. So there's a lot of different ways to get clients. I'm not going to mention any of those. Hopefully some of those are being talked about. There's a lot of coaching platforms out there. I'm not going to advocate or mention those either. But I think it's really because everybody is a little bit different in what they're going to do with their coaching career and the clients they're going to have and what they're
Right.
going to specialize in, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of different avenues and vehicles for people to take. Everyone's definition of success and what they're trying to accomplish is unique to them. say foundationally speaking, it's about getting the skill set, the confidence to be able to facilitate this process. And then obviously through IPEC's program, we help you create your authentic self. And in that process, there's a lot of obviously business support and helping get your business up and running in terms of marketing and foundational support. But to your point, right? Big question, a big thought for most people. So I appreciate you addressing that and showing that transparency.
Sure.
That a lot of the ICF don't actually want that hands-on work. Um, Kind of for the process here of starting at IPEC, I get questions about, will I be ICF certified when I finish IPEC? Obviously, I'm comfortable with this. I deal with this question, but for people that are maybe new to this or have this question top of mind, why can't people just go to IPEC and then come out of IPEC certified and then have the ICF certification?
Yeah. So ICF, so there's a difference in what IPEC has its certification program versus our credentialing program. That's a much more broad-based definition for credentialing, and I'm not going to get into it per se. But really, what we have are subject matter experts. We create the whole process in terms of what is required. Everyone is this, like I said, the subject matter experts and volunteers who come to contribute to that is all about making sure that there's experience, there's mentor coaching process, there's a performance evaluation, and an exam that is completely objective. So there's no, I mean, it has to be as clean as can be, and all vetted, if you will, to the highest level. I'm going to stop there. So it's a really rigorous process, and we try to, we are, in terms of what we do, we're separate from the coach training programs and their certification with our credentialing program.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I guess as we kind of talk, you had mentioned earlier, IPEC is obviously a level 2 school. When we start looking at the level 1, the level 2, the level 3, we have our own terminology and verbiage we use: ACC, PCC, MCC. What would be a little overview of kind of the differences between the certification and obviously the levels?
Sure. So really, in terms of the training programs, I'd say it has more to do with the number of hours that you're completing in the coach training. ACC requires a minimum of 60 hours, PCC 125, and MCC over 200, just 200. I don't want to, hang on, I'm pulling it up right here. And it's now, come on. So 200 hours or more of coaching education. And plus there's this whole part of client hours. So coaching experience with clients and what's required there. It's 100, 500, and then 2,500 as you go up through ACC, PCC, MCC. And there's some other requirements about mentor coaching and performance evaluation. I'm not going to go into that. You can look it up by going to coachingfederation.org and find all those 3 levels and what the requirements are. And if you're pursuing the IPEC highest level, which is level 2, it's going to be a turnkey process to apply for an ACC and even a PCC credential if you go through IPEC's level 2 program.
Yeah. And then someone was asking, so after they go through IPEC's program or any other coach training program, is there a time frame in which they have to go to the ICF and get their certification?
No, but I would suggest you do it as quickly as possible. No need to dilly-dally around. If you're ready to launch your career and get hired as a coach or work for an organization and bring your coaching skills, you want that accreditation behind your name and credential behind your name, and to be able to talk freely about what you offer as a coach.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And two, just to kind of summarize that for one of the questions here. So level one is what is considered ACC, an associate accredited coach. A level two would be a PCC, a professional certified coach, and a level three would be a MCC, master certified coach.
So not quite.
Oh,
I didn't mean to confuse
nope.
anybody. The level one is what we used to call a certain type of training that was accredited at a level one level. Level two was the highest level, meaning what used to be an ACTP program. And level three is different because that has to do with another program that relates to team coaching. I don't want
Okay.
to go down that road, so I want to keep this at the highest level. So it's the credential is standalone, AACC, PCC, or MCC. There are requirements for each and how you progress through. And the level 1 and 2 training you can find when you go to IPEC.
Perfect. So differences for the actual institutions providing the training would be rated on different levels. So
Correct.
that way, as students are trying to find a school to work with, they can decipher between the two. And then for the individual coaches, they're getting those 3 levels of certifications based on obviously their level of education they received, their mentor coaching they've received from
Coaching
experience,
experience. Yeah.
experience,
Mm-hmm.
performance evaluation. And then two, got a question here about
Mm-hmm.
the CKA
Yes.
set, right? If
Yep.
you can kind of dive into that, because obviously that's one of the requirements, part of the ICF. But how would you describe that for everyone?
So it's I want to say CKA is no longer the terminology. It's CE, credential exam. And it's a certain number of questions. I believe it's 88, where you've got multiple choice. You've got to score at least a 70 or higher to pass. And you can see some sample questions on our website. And I'm positive there you have to choose the best answer and the worst answer in terms of what they're asking in that particular question that aligns with the competencies and code of ethics and such.
Great. And then I got another question coming in here, Don. I've been coaching forever. Can I count those hours from the beginning of my training program?
So yes, as long as that program is recognized by us, or it's either ICF accredited or it's met all the standards, yes, you can count the coach training hours from that point forward. But you have to make sure if it's not an IPEC program that we know about, that it has to meet the standards.
Okay. And if they have been coaching in their role, and let's say in their job they're coaching, can they use those hours, in the past to?
So there's some stipulations about coaching at work, or you cannot count hours coaching subordinates.
Okay.
It has to be an outside group from who's reporting to you.
Okay. All right.
Good
Here.
questions.
Yeah. Just trying to keep up here with the questions. So everyone, please keep asking questions. We definitely got lots of time here. We've got about 10 minutes left. Um, Don, what about we were kind of talking before we got on the call
Mhm.
about the ICF local chapters. Obviously,
Sure.
this is huge. This is exciting, knowing that people can kind of get hands-on with the coaching community through the ICF and these chapters. Can you give us a little insight into that?
Sure. As I said, there was 140 of them around the world. The vast majority. So there's probably 40, I think, in the United States and all the big cities. And um, so their purpose is organized to offer professional development to their members, and I think they've got to deliver 6 per year. They want to, so it's done via usually via Zoom, and I do think that more and more chapters are offering in-person experiences now, which I would certainly encourage. but they're also kind of the voice of the ICF for the particular region or city or country that they're based out of. And they do a lot of pro bono coaching and community outreach as well. So encourage you to get involved.
Yeah, awesome. Let's see here. So, Don, as what would be some advice you would give to individuals considering a career in coaching, kind of just starting off on their journey?
Well, number one, I'd make sure you choose the best training program that meets your needs and what your hopes and aspirations are for your career. And I'm just because I'm on iPEC's call right now, I would say iPEC is excellent. I know a lot of the staff, the head trainer. I'm really impressed with what they do, and I would think you would give them a really good kick into the tires and consideration because they're excellent at what they do.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. It's always nice hearing that, some reinforcement from IPEC. So um, much appreciated there. And then, Don, what about the future of the ICF? This might be
Uh,
some highly classified information
the
that
future
maybe,
of coaching or the future of ICF? I mean, ICF
yeah,
definitely has a role in that future of coaching, but yes, continue. Sorry.
yeah. No, I guess what's around, is there anything around the corner that the coaching community, the coaching world, the future of coaching that you guys obviously are aiming towards as kind of a leader in the credentialing world? What do you see?
So our mission is to support coaching as a profession worldwide and to make sure that we are producing or having the best coaches we can have and really for them to make a difference in society. I mean, it's to create a thriving society where coaching is a centerpiece and all of it in the transformational process. I don't think anything can be more nobler than that, especially in the world we live in today. And I think what's next for coaching is more integration into the business world. I think they're already there on a global basis or in a global presence, but I think it's only getting larger, and I think you're going to find out. And I think this already exists. And that is coaching in a lot of NGOs and nonprofits around the world. And the whole sustainability piece. It's really exciting times to live in terms of what coaching can do um, in the world.
Yeah, yeah,
It's pretty
absolutely.
lofty, but I do strongly believe in it. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't a believer.
Yeah. Well, 17 years in, right? 17 years with the ICF. I would hope so.
Yeah, I used to think the Olympics were the highest order, but I mean, and I still do in certain ways. But what's happening here is just awesome. I mean, people's lives are being transformed. I mean, is there anything higher than that
All
in
right.
terms
Yeah,
of this world?
it's powerful. No, it's moving. Got another question coming in here. How does the ICF promote the growth and accessibility of coaching? Great question.
So I think we've got a pretty good platform in terms of what we do. I mean, yeah, we try to get messaging out anywhere we can. We're huge on LinkedIn and in social media platforms and continue to be, and just really trying to tell a story about coaching. And I think that we're committed to that. And I think more and more people are recognizing what coaching is. Um, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Don, any other insights? You've been doing this for 17 years. Anything else that maybe questions haven't been answered that you'd like to address?
Yeah, I would say that we at ICF do a lot of research. We contract out with PricewaterhouseCoopers, so it's excellent research. And there's a global coaching study that comes out every other year. I know they're going to work on one this year. The one they had 2 years ago was like just post-COVID and what was happening, what coaches were earning, what was happening around the world, and coaching. just a lot of great information that we do in terms of research, and would encourage you as a member to get involved and take a look at what is being produced there.
Yeah. And where can people get access to that study?
Yeah, so they can go to, well, I mean, you can purchase it, but as a member, you can download the executive summary for the last, I don't know, 8 global coaching studies. Um, and it's at coachingfederation.org under the research tab. And if you're a member, you can download the executive summary or purchase the full survey. And if you're a member, you will also perhaps have the opportunity um, to complete the survey.
And here as we get close to the end, I want to get another question in.
Sure.
Carlos works for a humanitarian organization. Any program we can benefit as a nonprofit organization?
So ICF does do a lot. Our foundation does a lot of programs, and I know they've worked closely with the United Nations and their initiatives, their sustainability initiatives. I would take a look at what the foundation's doing, and we have the Thought Leadership Institute at ICF, and you can pull up what they're doing, which is it's just amazing.
Wow. All right. Let's see here. So I guess Don, as we kind of just wrap up the call, any final words, final thoughts here before we kind of shut down?
Well, I would encourage you to check out iPEC and what they have to offer, and certainly the ICF. I mean, we're good partners in all this. So, and hope you have a great coaching career. And if you ever have any questions, you can contact ICF or iPEC.
Okay, great. Well, Don, thank you so much for joining us. Really, just a pleasure to explore the depths of the ICF, the International Coaching Federation, together. Hope everybody on this call, on this webinar, has got a little bit clearer of an understanding of really how the ICF certification can help you in what you're trying to accomplish. So remember, today's webinar is just the beginning of your journey. So feel free to visit, revisit the resources shared. I know there's some stuff put in the chat. And then obviously any further questions, you can reach out to the ICF. And again, just thank you for your time and obviously your passion for coaching. So like Don said, keep striving for excellence here. Don't hesitate to leverage any of their resources to enhance your skills and impact. Everybody just have a wonderful rest of your week. We look forward to welcoming you to your future webinars discussions. For anyone wanting to get into the coach training program, iPEC has an amazing team. We've got an awesome group of admission coaches. We are really here to help and support you. If you want one-on-one conversations to explore into how this journey can help you, what it looks like, all the logistics, please reach out to us. We truly are here to help you and support you. So,
Awesome.
all right,
Thanks,
Don.
everybody. Thanks,
Don,
Brian.
thanks so much. I know we'll see you soon.
Take care.
All right,
Bye,
thanks. Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.